I always love that clip. Oh, I just realized I am not. Hi, Sassy. I see you. Give me a second. Hold on. I'll be on camera in a minute. Just want to get my music going, my banner going. All right. Welcome, everyone. I'm back. Back like a heart attack with another episode of Horror Tuesday. Talking Evil Dead Burns, Werewolves, Nosferatu, Jana Bananas in the house as well. Hello, Sassy, Nadu, Jana. How's it going, ladies? Thank you for joining me today at my new time every Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see if it's going to be my new time. Pretty nice outside. It's quiet. It's dark in the evening. And we're here to talk about horror news and horror comics and other horror things. But before I get into all of that, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, also share the stream for me as well. Invite your friends, your family, like them or hate them, everybody in. I appreciate everybody. And if you haven't subbed, please sub. Help me get to 1,000 subs. Hi, Nick. Jana didn't get to see your Henry Cavill Superman thing. GIF. Man, this is hard to do with one hand. I have one busted hand, one busted knee. Maybe I am showing my age. Jana, that's not this stream. Wrong stream, Jana. Wrong stream. Wrong stream on that one. Zax, welcome. Welcome. Trying to do this all with one busted hand, it's really hard. So, for those of you who are not in my DMs, maybe you should be, I busted my left hand yesterday, and I also have like road rash burn on one of my knees. How? Right? Keep the mystery alive? No. I was fixing my hair while we were walking into Ethel M's out here, which is a huge chocolate factory out here. And what they do is they have a cactus garden that every year they do a huge holiday, like Christmas lights. You get to meet Santa, grab some hot cocoa, which is phenomenal, and you walk around. Well, we parked and I had space buns and I was fixing one of my space buns. And my husband goes, "Stop messing with your space buns. Look out." And I hit a curb and tripped into a pile of rocks. So that being said, like a true Midwesterner girl, I was like, no, I'm fine. I brushed it off. We continued on to the cactus farm. Throughout the cactus farm, my hands started to get bigger and bigger, and then realized there was blood dripping down my leg. So I was like, you know what? Probably should go to urgent care. So I went to urgent care, and they fixed me up. So I have to wear this for a couple weeks, but that'll be okay. Deception for a bit now. I don't even own a copy of it. I saw you, White Bear. Where are you? There you are. Blessed Narnia. I was not drunk. I was sober as can be, just excited to see the lights. So moral of the story is, listen to my husband when he says look out. Oh, also, by the way, while walking around the cactus thing, I almost went face first with a needle, very large needle, into a cactus, which Chris, my husband at the time, had to pull me out of the way. So again, moral of the story is pay attention to what Chris is saying. So that's the story of my arm. Oh, I'm also left-handed, so this is going to be fun. Okay, anyway, a lot of horror news to get to. Not horror news, horror news. Don't dox me, YouTube. But one thing I want to share is I got some comics recently. I've gotten somebody gifted me a older comic that's been around for a while, and I also got volume 2 of another comic, so I wanted to share that. What are we going to do with me? I don't know, Sassy. I don't know. Chris used the force and made her fall properly. Mr. Sasquatch is in rough shape. That's true, too. I hope Cannoli's finally feeling better and can see out of his eyes. Okay, so I haven't read this yet, but some of you might have seen the movie 30 Days of Night, and some of you might not know that 30 Days of Night I wish I could hold up both books. Is actually based off a comic book. So I was gifted the deluxe version of Volume 1, Hi Gord, and the deluxe version of Volume 2 that I'll be reading since we're into that. And then I was looking through the artwork, and I think the artwork is that's not a good one. It's not a good one. It's kind of as a friend would call it, feral almost looking. Kind of my jam. I like comics that are drawn like this. I wish I could have gotten this when it was first off the print. Man, this is okay. All right, I got it. I can do this. Looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna check them out. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to read these. I've been dying to get back into it. 30 Days Night also had a prequel and sequel TV series, which I did not know. I did not know. Dax is right on that one. Today's better. Oh, it's picture for $10. Jeez. Let's see with my left hand. Will we ever get a 30 Nights of Day? All right. And the second comic, which I actually would recommend this one, is Something is Killing the Children. I don't know if YouTube can take me down for that. It's a comic book. It's a title. So think if the monster under the bed is real. There's like the secret agency that goes around taking care of them kind of deal. And it's similar to me. I would put up there with Harrow County, which I have behind me, just like my ultimate favorite comic. And I've read Volume 1. This is my copy of Volume 1. It's really cool. The artwork, again, pretty simple to it. And what I got in the mail was book number 2. So I'm going to be checking out. And I like the cover design for book number 2. Book number 1. Cover design. Pretty rad. I used to collect singles, but it just got too time consuming. And I was never in the comic book shop that frequent. So now I like to buy these like huge deluxe versions. I mean, it sucks because I have to wait then for the story, but I like them. So I don't know about 30 Days a Night. I think I'll like it, but I highly recommend Something is Killing the Children. Again, Volume 2 Deluxe is out now. Volume 1 was fun. It was very cool and exciting. I don't want to spoil anything with the story, but it gets pretty dark. It's interesting. No, they were not courtesy of Pops. Pops sent me, I'll have to find it, some Vampirella and some other comics. I don't know where I placed them at the time. But yeah, so I'm going to check those out. I think I might start, I think I might start maybe every couple of Horror Tuesdays, have a segment where I recommend 2 horror comics because I have, you can't really see it, but over here below my mic and stuff, I've got at least these 2. Oh, and that third shelf. These 3 shelves all horror comics except for that Batman and some fantasy. And then I have boxes. So I was thinking, I love comics, if you love comics, I love horror, if you love horror, I recommend some horror or fantasy comics to everybody. We'll see. Or maybe I'll do it on the surprise new edition stream that I'm working on. Okay. So that out of the way. Also, if you do check them out, please comment below on the replay. Let me know. And comment below on the replay. If you're catching this another time, please comment below. Let me know your thoughts and such. I do also have a poll going on over on YouTube. I see some of you are watching on X about if you are excited for the new Nosferatu. Okay, we're going to bring up the banners. Man, I don't know how you right-handed people work stuff. Okay. So one thing I want to talk about before we get into actual news topics is in the description below is my interview with Stephen C. Miller on his werewolf movie, Werewolves, that was released last weekend. Fantastic, fun werewolves movie. There's also a link to my review down there as well. If you're really into like Dog Soldier, you know, this movie is a fun ride. It knows exactly what it is. If you like practical effects over CGI, you're gonna have a fun time with it. So I highly recommend it. If I do recommend actually seeing it in theaters, because to me it's a more fun experience. But if you're gonna wait to stream it once it's available, still recommend for it. So check both of those links below. All right, let's get into news. We're going to talk about Evil Dead Burn. What is Evil Dead Burn, you say, Nadia? Well, oh no, I closed my things. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm trying to use my left-handed mouse without moving my thumb. And this is okay. Did I do it? I did it. Yay! Okay, that's better. So, I'm going to butcher this name really badly. Sebastian Van Eek? Eek? Anyway, he's a director. He did Infested, which was a big horror spider movie, which absolutely I will never watch. I'll be honest with everybody. I don't watch spider stuff. I've never seen eight-legged freaks. I have never seen arachnophobia. What else? There's a bunch of other spider movies. Nope. Zax is right. See, he saw it. You'd be missing that if you don't check out Werewolves. Highly recommend, guys. Anyway, this dude with the what is that with the anyway, Evil Dead Burn, releasing in 2026. We're expected actually to get 2 more Evil Dead movies in the franchise, and one of them being by Sebastian. What I liked about this article, and this is supposed to be around 2026. I'm not saying that, Zax. I thought it was a movie being Corey. He said, I was told, I told the studio, I can't even look at the comic section. What if there's a big spider in From's next season? Oh man, I might be out. I might be out. And I'm the one, the past 8 episodes are like, where are my spiders? Where are my spiders in the spider tree? Anyway, I liked what he said here. He said, I told the studio I wanted to make a nasty film, a film that hurts, from which you come away tested. I love movies like that, as long as there's not a spider in it. So I'm going to put all the horror I have inside, and if I haven't ruined my career and I can continue to make films behind it, I will move on to something other than horror. Okay. I liked Evil Dead Rises. I know a lot of people were 50-50 on it. To me, I don't look at it as a sequel to the Evil Dead franchise with Ash. I just look at it as a story just placed in that universe, different characters, not necessarily carrying on Ash's story. So I will be interested to see, because I know Infested was highly regarded as a really good horror movie. I need to get this. I can't with you guys tonight. I can't. I can't. I can't even drink my water with my freaking hand. I can't with you guys tonight. I'm surprised I don't see. I don't want to say his name, but I'm surprised Nos is not in the chat. Who I'm surprised isn't in the chat trolling, but it's probably because I have a later time. I don't know. I kind of digging this late Eastern time instead of doing it earlier. You know, kind of like a late vibe. Maybe everybody bring a cocktail, mocktail, whatever your vice is, and chill. So he's titled this Evil Dead Burn. I wonder if I just hit the keyboard and it brought that back up. Evil Dead Burn. I wonder if they're going to keep the same title, or by 2026 if it's going to change. I'm okay with it. But that's as much news as there is about it out. I'm sure as we get into 2025, this pre-production happening, production, we'll see some photos and stuff. I would say we're probably going to see, I think, a trailer probably the end of next year. This might be a January or February release for 2026, I'm thinking it's going to be, but we'll see. Are you excited about it, guys? I know some of you weren't excited about Evil Dead Rises, but I'm here for it because I have a channel and I have to review it. All right, let's move on. It's taking me a minute. Okay. 2024 theatric releases in horror. Horror had a pretty big year this year. Evil Dead is my bag. It is my I think it's everybody's bag. Find it very hard pressed to not find somebody who doesn't love the original series or at least likes the original series. So this is from Drudge Central, which I thought was an interesting article talking about that 2024 domestic box office is down 7% compared to 2023, but there was a thing where horror made a big theatric experience this year. Moderns point to sound, lighting, projection as key reasons the theatric experience is declining. Horror movies, more than any other genre, actively invite the audience in. And I saw that this year, especially from, you've never seen it, Sassy? Listen, I don't speak English very well, Nick. All right. Don't describe yourself like that, my friend. You're better than that. Says you've never seen Evil Dead? Shame. Shame. Oh no. I just say like 10, 15 minutes earlier. I was like, I'm surprised I haven't seen Nos. Oh, I can't even click on anything. This thing is not working for me. Hold on. Stupid thing. Nos, you know why you don't get a wrench. You know why. Nick, why do you tease Jana like that? Which tells me, Nos, did you hear me? Or does somebody in this chat right now is Nos? Is Nos an alt account for somebody in this chat? Jana, is it you? Just saying. Just saying. I think it might be Jana. Who doesn't like horror comedy? Yeah, Sassy, you should see it. Nos has informed. I am Nos. Sassy told me. Sassy! We're trying to keep this Nos free. Well, welcome, Nos. Welcome. Welcome. I know. Bone Tomahawk. I know. Blood Meridian. I know, my friend. I know. Where was I? Horror movies invite their audience into the theaters, which is true to it. I don't know why I did that. Ah! All right. All right. There were a lot of horror movies for this year in theaters. Love it or hate it, you had Alien Romulus, you had Longlegs, you had Immaculate, you had The First Omen. What else? What else was this? The Substance, which was a big one too. Substance was great because I think Substance got a lot of its theater watching be by word of mouth. Because I originally wasn't going to see it, didn't even know it existed, wasn't going to see it really. And then a lot of people recommended it to me, so I went to go see it the next day. The only thing I don't gear is the Speak No Evil here. That was shit. That was not worth a theatric watch. Nor was Maxine, in my opinion, or Trap. I am the one who watched The Watchers. She's laughing about, but she has 3 versions. No, I don't. Is Chris telling you lies again, Zax? Terrifier 3. So I think horror is going to have an interesting cycle this year because of what is to come in 2025. I know a couple of the horror movies that are coming out are big IPs. You have The Wolfman, and then you have smaller stuff like Sinner. A lot of vampire stuff coming out. She won't, but she loves Saltburn. I hate Saltburn. Has anyone seen Afraid? Oh, I heard it was so bad. Hi, Moxie. Welcome. Afraid, the AI movie. I heard that was, you know what? Just watch, what was it? Smart House or Smart something on the Disney Channel back in the day. It's like the horror version of that. The last big horror movie for this year will be Nosferatu. So I'm intrigued to see. I'm intrigued to see how Nosferatu is going to do with so much hype around it. And has anybody seen what NBC is selling? I need to show everybody this. Hold on. Hey, Left Eye. Zax is listening. I've actually seen Funny Games, both versions. So, what you got now, Nos? Huh? Let's see. Movies. I need to see more Nosferatu stuff. There we go. Here we go. Put this over here. Stop sharing this. And read Blood Meridian. I have it. I thought there was supposed to be a little book club. Anyway. Oh, hi, Delia Scenes. Hello, welcome. You can actually buy a replica sarcophagus. Did I say that right? I think it did. Bed of Nosferatu for $20,000. Anybody have $20,000 I can have? I would sleep like no, I would have panic attacks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna put that over my head. No way, claustrophobic. It'd be like what happens when you walk into somebody's house and you see this? How do you explain this? Oh, yes, I just have a replica of Nosferatu's sarcophagus. Also, the other question I have is what if the movie bombs? What if you buy this? $20,000, right? You buy this. You're like, this movie's going to be great. This is going to be a talking piece, all this great stuff. And this movie bombs. I'm not going to say it is. I highly doubt it will. Like, I'm 99% sure this movie is going to be critically acclaimed. But what if it's not? Then you have a vampire thing sitting. What do you store things in it, I guess? It's a fucking coffin. What's the difference? Isn't it the same thing? What did the vampire why did the vampire read the newspaper? He heard it had great circulation. That's pretty good, Moxie. I'm not gonna lie. Jana, listen. Start your own OnlyFans, my friend. Or show. How dare you put that? By the time you have to explain your Nosferatu bed, it's already too late. But I'm just wondering, like, gentlemen, if you could weigh in the chat. You're a nerdy guy. You're into movies, and you going out on a date. You're having a good time with a lady friend. Decide to bring her back to your place. This is in your bedroom, or I don't know, front room of your one bedroom apartment, or like, how do you explain this? And if she's into it, is that a good thing? I'm just wondering. I just want a little bit of a weigh in on this. It's already getting a lot of mainstream. I know it's getting a lot of mainstream. I honestly think it's going to be great. I honestly think. Oh, Rick. I thought you actually had. It's like, oh, family, bye. This is where. Nas. I brought that up. Fuck. I can say it because it's my channel. I will say though, I still kind of want it, but it's just like a display piece. It's 46 inches wide, so that's. Wait a minute, 46 inches. What? Where's my calculator? No. So, it's only 3 feet across, roughly about 4 feet. So I'm 5'8", so not too bad, but it's pretty short. Is it made? Oh, it's only for like midgets. I don't know, but anyway, that's the Nosferatu. I'm very hyped for this movie. It is taking a lot of willpower not to buy anything from the NBC shop. Needless to say, horror, blah blah blah, is great. Horror also got some. I know a lot of people don't care about Golden Globe knobs. Golden Globe. I quit. I know somebody's gonna. Oh, okay. Somebody's gonna clip that. Okay. 2025 Golden Globe nominated brings horror into the spotlight. Um, it's basically goes the lines to say that Heretic and The Substance and Night Bitch, which I'm surprised. I haven't heard very much of Night Bitch. I don't know if anybody's seen it. I'm not Golden Globe. I knew if I showed a coffin, you all would. You guys are perverts. I love you guys though. You all are perverts though. Maybe I'm a pervert too. Who knows? Night Bitch, which is more of a body horror. I didn't see it. I actually didn't hear much about it. And of course, The Substance. Substance to me is, I think it's right now. It sits Strange Darlings for number 1 for me, and The Substance for number 2, Heretic for number 3. I know Nosferatu is going to bump one of those down. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm glad to see that the Golden Globe are nominating some horror movies. I wish it would be more indie type horror movies, not so much big production company ones, you know. I mean, A24 has been around for a while. I know they started off with a lot more indie stuff, but I would love to see, like, why isn't Terrifier nominated, or Strange Darlings, or other movies that are not just like full blown, you know, the lead is a well-known actress or actor. Moxie. So I would be intrigued to see if they any of them win. I wouldn't be surprised by The Substance winning, but I would be surprised by Heretic. Heretic was fantastic. It's probably one of the few horror movies this year to actually scare me, because it talks about basically humanity's relationship with religion and faith, and really, is there another side to everything? What happens after you go, and stuff like that really scares me. So it really got under my skin. Hugh Grant as a creepy, like, crazy person, fantastically done. Substance, again, fantastic, but it's more of like a comedy horror. I could see that. Demi Moore, fantastic in it. It was a lot of fun. I wasn't grossed out by it like I thought I was going to be. Have not seen Night Bitch. It was never really on my radar, because I think it's about a woman who basically thinks she's turning in, or tries to turn into, a dog. Who knows? The Lake House really scared me. Is that the one with Keanu Reeves? And what's the actress name? Which I can't think of. I have not seen it, so I can't tell you if it moves me the way it moves you, Nas. But who knows? All right. Let's move into something fun. Yeah, Rick, right? That's you know what, Rick? That's the best way to explain this movie. You knew something bad was going to happen. You just didn't know how bad it would be. And you're right. That was just fantastically put together. Movies I hated. I hated Maxine. I hated Trap. I hated Smile 2, Cuckoo, all of them. So Late Night with the Devil, which I forget came out earlier the year, is another one that I love. Sandra Bullock, yes. For Bridges of Madison County. I don't know, Nas. I don't know if I can trust you now. Everything you've said and done. Anyway, time for a break.
I got him! Sammy, those are fucking onions.
Well, also, Abigail was shit too. Jana. Okay. Bye, Jana. Love you. Yep, she had to wear prosthetic boobs. Don't know why. Okay. I'll try it for Nas. I'll put it on the 2025 request schedule, because I've got a lot of things to catch up with. What I wanted to talk about was, where is it? Doing all this left-handed, man. Adult Swim has Yule Log 1, which I didn't know this existed until I read the article about it. Does anybody know what I'm talking about before I bring up this article? No? Okay. Adult Swim Yule Log 2 is a glorious horror Hallmark mashup you've never knew you needed. So I guess back in the day, Adult Swim did Yule Log, which also known as Fireplace, was a bewildering filmmaking experiment where Yule Log videos morph into supernatural slasher. I'm intrigued. So Yule Log 2 follows one of the survivors of this massacre, but understands that it can't just replicate its predecessor's formula now that the cat is out of the bag. I am intrigued. I didn't even know this existed. So Adult Swim's Yule Log 2 center Hallmark versus horror concept immediately comes together. The article goes on to just describe like the things that we're putting in and how the fact that like horror and Christmas they come together very, very often. There are a ton of Christmas horror movies, from big well-known ones to indie ones, to ones that you probably shouldn't watch. So it's interesting to see. I'm definitely going to be interested to check this out. I want to check out the first one. I can't tell what's going on in this picture because it looks like this head is hanging here, but here is a log. But this person has like weird hands too. Yeah, I miss Adult Swim. Oh, hey! Our Life in Horror. Hello, welcome. I don't know who's behind the chat if it's but hello. If both of you there. Hello. So this is going to be fun. So I guess, put this on instead of your standard Yule Log. Usually I put the one where Vader's burning, but this should be interesting to see how it plays out. I wonder if this is going to be something that keeps going on. I want to know, which this article is not telling me. Fireplace. When did the first one come out? Oh, 2022. Interesting. When it starts, a simple Yule Log feeds devolves into I can't speak today. Surrealistic nightmares as a couple and a group of podcasters spend the night in a double-booked cabin that is secretly occupied by evil and murderous forces. So, I'm totally in. Check it out. Why not? That being said, that leads me into a good point to pitch my horror stream tier. This weekend, I have Vex, Enzo, Gord. I think Leon is joining us. Tur as well. Everybody, yeah, the Gushinese does have me. Are joining me, and we're going to be discussing Thanksgiving and Christmas horror movies, and we have a tier list going similar to what we did with 2024 horror. We're going to have some festive stuff going on, so please tune in. It's going to be Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So it'll be on this channel. I'm sure I'll be posting about it soon. So, loved Werewolves. Right? So good. It's a nice palate cleanse from some of the stuff we've gotten throughout this year. Okay. So, check out Adult Swim Yule. Let me know if you do check it out. I would be very intrigued to see how it goes. Okay. So, one thing I wanted to share that I saw on Twitter, because that's where everybody lives nowadays. Let's see. I thought this was pretty cool because I personally love Constantine. I love the comics, and I even love this movie, even though it's not really close to the comics. But I don't know if a lot of people know this, but in Constantine, director wanted the devil to dress like a metalhead biker gang. But Peter Stormare asked to wear a full white suit with tar dripping off his limbs. So I thought that I didn't know I think I knew the suit was his idea. I didn't know the tar was also his idea. And it was definitely right choice. To me, 100%, because this is, and I realize it's playing in the background. This is one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite representation of the devil in film, too. I think it's fantastic. Again, I know it's not closely related to it's kind of closely related to the comics. I have a bunch of Constantine comics, but it's not a close adaptation. I think the Fox show that got canceled is a little bit closer, more on par with the comics, but this movie is just so much fun. I actually am not looking forward to the sequel of it because I don't know. Listen, Keanu age with grace. Keanu doesn't age that well with grace, all right? Okay? Love the guy. Big John Wick fan. Enjoy all his movies. However, he's not a spring chicken. Neither am I. We're all not spring chickens. Maybe some of you are in the chat. I don't know. But not a lot of people are spring chickens. And to not be a spring chicken and then have to play John Constantine, I don't know. What do you do? So, that being said, let's, what do we want? Another break? Let's do it. In a Violent Nature, another movie that was very diverse this year. Some people hate it. Some people thought the guy walked too much. I don't know. It's kind of grown on me a little bit after rewatching it. I don't think I'm as negative. Forever Young. Upload me to the cloud. That was super icky. Oh, let's see if I got a better one for you. Hold on. Nas. For you, let's see. Maybe this one. Hello, Yarn Witch. Welcome. Also, I saw another one that I really enjoy.
People just love that. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Damn auto carrot. Forever young, I want to be forever there. Oh, let's get back to the show. Ew. Okay. Terrifier 3, Virgin Mary. I know some of you don't know what a virgin is anymore, but let's get into it. So Terrifier 3, big movie this year, hit Blockbuster. So happy for them because it shows that indie film does not need big money behind it to really hit it with fans. Terrifier 3 gives the fans what they want. Trap, M. Night Shyamalan doesn't know what he's talking about. So, one cool effect I thought was really cool was if you've seen Terrifier 3, there's a weird scene with, I think it's hell at some point, or it's in the dream and stuff, where there's a Virgin Mary statue. And I thought, oh, it's a CGI statue or it's just like puppeteering. No, it's actually a prosthetic that went over an actress's face. So here they are carving the actual prosthetic for it. And I think I have a picture of it in another article. So let me pull that up as well. And I thought that was like, as somebody who's used to do special effects in Hollywood, oh man, that's really cool. Like when you can get me, when you can like surprise me like that, I'm amazed by it. And to me, it adds more points to the movie itself. So the real person is covered up in makeup here. She looks like a CGI statue. I was so impressed by this. You need to, these movies are made by the devil. I don't think it's made by the devil, but there are some really interesting religious undertones to Terrifier. Especially after watching 3, and I wonder how, I'm intrigued to see how 4 goes, but from the first, second, and third, they're just, it's intriguing. It's like the battle versus good versus evil, the devil versus God kind of deal, demons and angels. And again, the 3 had a lot of like religious vision. I mean, it was Christmas time too as well. But this is fantastic. And again, this is the actress that they put underneath it. And I thought, wow, to be able to look like you're a CGI statue or a puppetry statue, but it's an actual person under there. it's very impressive. Like that takes talent not only by the artist who carved the prosthetic, airbrushed it, put it together, but by the actress herself with movements and such. I would have never, if somebody pulled that up to me and said, "Is this a real person or a statue or something?" I would have said, "Oh, it's a statue or it's CGI." Never in a million years would I have thought it was an actual person under there. So, moral of the story is go see Terrifier 3. It's fantastic, or rent it, buy it, whatever. Standing still is very hard. Actually, you know what? This might be a joke, Zex, but it actually is for actors and actresses, and especially if you're trying to play dead. If you go back and you watch Black Christmas from 1974, I think it is. I always want to say 79, but I think it's 1974. Clara, who's the, spoiler alert, she's the first girl to die. She's the iconic scene that you see of her with a bag over her head in a rocking chair next to the window. Well, that actress actually was an undersea diver, I believe I learned this past weekend while I was on Mephisto's stream talking about it. And she actually held her breath. So that's actually her in those long shot scenes with the bag over her head, with her mouth open and her eyes with no assistance to things. And I'm very impressed by it. But yeah, I play dead when I pull short straw. I have to freeze for a whole scene at a time on stage for a production. Yeah, it's the hardest part. It really is. It's really hard to stay still. And especially not only stay still, but you almost have to look statuesque with your body language for something like this. It's just impressive. I thought it was very impressive, so I wanted to share it with all for you. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, 1974. Black Christmas, man. The original, perfect. I rewatched it, realizing again how brutal it is. Not to pull the woman card, but I think women look at it from a different perspective. Especially if you've gone to college and you've lived on campus and such. And the sequels or remakes of it, don't even bother. Don't waste your time. Don't even waste your time. I'm telling you. Unless you absolutely have to, don't waste your time on it. Because they are garbage. Okay. Let's open this one up. So there is I'm going to get to 28 years later. You know what? Let's talk about 28 years later because there's some misinformation going on around there. And let me pull up what my friend Vex sent in. So those of you who don't know, pull that banner up. 28 years later. I think I'm going to go see your movie, Nosferatu. I already bought tickets. I am so excited about it. Excuse me, guys. On that one. Where did you share it, Bex? You're not here, so I don't know where you shared it. I think you did in here. 28 Years Later is a sequel to the 28 Days Later, and I think it's I think the sequel is called 28 weeks or 28 months later or something to that extent. And they have a new one coming out, which, by the way, it was shot on an iPhone 5. I think I bookmarked it. Look at me trying to distract everybody while I'm trying to do this. I didn't bookmark it because I'm a dummy. Okay, anyway, let me share the screen. Everybody keeps saying this is Cillian Murphy on the top here. That's actually not him. There was a tweet that Vex had sent me that had a somebody from the production saying this is not him. This is not him. I worked on the movie. This is not him. And it's weird to me that like a bunch of big news places are like saying this is him. It's not. I've seen behind the scene photos. Cillian's like in full gear, so I don't know why people think it is. Hello, Anthony. Oh, have a good evening, Yarn. If you don't come back, thank you for lurking. Thank you. Oh, by the way, everybody, hit that like button, please. Subscribe to the channel. Join us over here. There is a poll going. Anyway, 20 years later is going to be directed by Danny Boyle, which I'm very excited for. Boyle retreams with Alex Garland. Again, it was shot on an iPhone 15 Max. I have not seen the trailer. I was waiting to see it with all of you. So let's watch it together.
What's going on? Jimmy, sit.
Well, that's a creepy start to things. All right. I'm hip with it.
Still, keep quiet and do not move from this spot.
What's the sequel called? Is it? This is gonna bug me. Is it 28 weeks later? Yeah, the 2027. Yeah, 28 weeks later. So they went from days, weeks, years. What happened to months? Was there? No, there wasn't. There wasn't. I'm not. So I like the original. I'm over talking this a little too much. I like the original a lot. However, I don't like shaky cam. I just don't do well with me. The sequel's good too. I think both have really good openings to it. I'm just impressed by the filmmaking itself. Also, I want to pull up the poster. The poster looks fantastic. Days became weeks.
11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11.
Like, here's a question. Are they zombies or are they infected? Or are they both?
17:32 the day before. Boost, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the
Interesting to
wall.
see how they rebuild humanity and such.
Don't look at what's in front of you. Boost.
Aaron Taylor Johnson. It's the only reason why I want to go see Craven. I really want to go see Craven. Husband doesn't. He's like, I'll stream it with you, but I want to go see it in theaters.
Men go mad with watching them. There's no
They aren't dead. But what if they're still? What if they're infected and they die, but then they're still moving? Then do they become zombies? I would say 28 days later, to me, is similar to the virus, the issue with Crossed. Now, Crossed, the comics, they're talking about making it into a TV show. I have no idea how they're going to do this. They're going to have to heavily edit it, and it's just not going to be Crossed. The comics are probably one of the most deranged things I've ever read. There are the worst things you can do to another individual happens in Crossed 10 times fold, like way worse. Okay. But the way the infected work in Crossed remove some of the perversion, like the sexual sex. I can't talk today. Sexual stuff. You kind of get 28 days later is infected. So it's kind of a similar. I wonder if it was an influence or something. Probably not. I can't believe this was shot on an iPhone 15. It looks so good. People psychotic, not zombies. Yeah. That's exactly what happens in Crossed. They're not zombies, but there's a virus that you get from each other, and it makes you like become the worst version of yourself, like the most barbaric version. Like, I'm trying to keep it as PG-13 as possible, but there are some. I stopped reading Crossed because it got too repetitive. But there were some issues that I was like, I can't continue this, man. It's really dark. I don't think people hooked up with the infected. That's true. That's a great shot. Whoa! Hold on. Back up for a second. Wow! Oh, come on. I love the texture to these things. Trees or something. They almost look like bones. Oh, well, those are bones. Wait, are they bones then? The music's really well done for this trailer, too. Cross is nightmare fuel. It is. Oh, hello everybody. Welcome in from Leon's channel. Thank you. Thank you guys. Welcome, welcome. We're talking horror. We're talking about 28 days later. Or 28 years later. Rachel, I see you. Jana. I know. I'm so close. I've got like 500 watch hours. I'm so close. I'm almost there, Blue Collar, but thank you. Thank you for the sentiment. I really appreciate it. Boss of me, Leon. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Thank you. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, I cover everything from horror, from comics to movies to TV shows. So please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, help me in getting 1,000 subscribers. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Leon. Thank you, Anne. Everybody coming in. I see you all. How did Tinfoil Hat do, guys? I tuned in for a little bit. Did you get crazy with your alien discussion? Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here. Thank you, guys. If you are not up to speed with the 20 years later, I'm sure on what Blue? Hold on. Okay, no problem, man. Thank you for stopping by. I'm convinced that is it came out. Somebody from production said that is not Cillian Murphy. This is not Cillian Murphy right here. If it is, I thought, because I've seen behind the scenes where he's fully in clothing and stuff, this is him like maybe at the end of the movie, like once he gets infected, but somebody from behind the scenes said no. To give private. Thanks, Moxie, if you're still here. I'm actually going to be on Moxie's channel in January as one of her first female guests. I'm excited. So we are finishing up the trailer watching for this, which, if not everybody knows this, it was shot on an iPhone 15 Max.
7, 6, 11,
The music's great for this.
17, 13.
Yes, Raiders, please hit that like on the button. Subscribe to the channel. I'm fun, I promise. I get a little crazy too, like Leon. Leon's my lofty brother. It's my lofty brother. I don't think it is, because like I said, somebody from behind the scenes said that's not him. But I think it's interesting why big news publications are like posting about it. So oh well. Welcome, guys. Right? Yeah. Well, Leon, Evil Dead Burn is the next movie that'll be coming out in 2026. And it's by the same guy who did Infested this year, which was a well-known like horror spider movie. So he said he wants to basically make people walking away thinking about their choices in life. It's supposed to be pretty dark. According to him, he wants to go as brutal as possible. So we'll see. I'm full screen. We'll see if that actually exists. So don't tell me. Well, I pull it up and stuff, so you can do that as well. But thank you guys. Thank you for all being here. I'm so excited. How's everybody's night going? I have a clip. Let me see if I can find it. We'll do this.
I can smell your nappy pussy.
That's for you, Leon. That's for you. That's for you. My lofty brother. Okay, so there is a new horror movie coming out. And I don't think a lot of people are talking about it. And it's supposed to be hitting theaters in 2025, from what I read about it. But let me pull up the article for everyone. That movie is from The Deliverance. That scene is from The Deliverance. It's a Netflix movie based on a quote-unquote true story. It's really bad done. It's sad because I like possession movies, and it would have been cool to see a really cool possession movie in a non-like church type of setting. Didn't go so well. The acting was atrocious. So, but that was the one that one scene that I made sure to cut out for it. So, all right, there's a new horror movie called Hollow Warrior, and it has the chick from, I think, if I can't pull them, Millie Shapiro from I can't talk today. I don't know why. Millie Shapiro, Hereditary. She's the chick that gets her head cut off in Hereditary. So, Shama, it is. Don't go see it. Thank you, Mr. Techrat. I am I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right. It was moral of the story is listen to my husband. Not that he beat or anything, but he was like, look out for that curb, and I met the curb. Anyway, post-apocalyptic Halloween movie, the Hollow Warriors first look and details revealed. So this new movie with Millie Superior. Where'd it go? What did I do? How did that do? How do I? I'm not technology and me are not. See, everybody who's new to my channel is like, this chick does not know what she's doing, and half the time I don't. But you know what? We're here for a fun time, so clip it for her husband. I'm sure he's watching and clipping it himself. Yes, the 28 years later trailer is creepy. It's because of the music, whatever song they decided to choose for it. Perfect tone to it. And again, so beautiful, so well done, put together on an iPhone. You know what? My old lady rant. Kids have it easy nowadays. Back in my day, we had to use VHS recorders, or right around the time digital recorders started to come out too, if we wanted to make movies. And like you put together whatever you had at home, sets and stuff. Nowadays kids have iPhones that can shoot full like beautiful films and movies. Like creativity should be endless nowadays for kids. So clip it for her husband. Okay, so this one intrigues me. The last girl on Earth and sole survivor of a humanity-ending plague, scavenging the wastelands for supplies, the eve of Halloween. Pumpkin, which they named her Pumpkin, which I don't know if you guys have ever seen who she is. Again, she's the girl from Hereditary. I don't know about calling Pumpkin's lonely Hollywood ritual is interrupted by arrival of a savage gang of raiders at her doorstep, led by the fearsome Athalia. Outnumbered and armed with candy, wit, and weapons, Pumpkin must fiercely fight back to survive. So it's like Home Alone, Beast, post-apocalyptic. I could dig it. This is a throwback to the crowd-pleasing genre of films I grew up watching every Halloween. Oh, kind of like the Olsen twins. What's it? Double Trouble, I think it was called. So kind of those type of movies. So this is probably definitely not catered to my age range. Probably this is, I would say, is more young adult. But to be honest, that's really cool because I think a lot more horror movies nowadays lately have forgotten that you don't have to be very brutal with your horror movies. You can have almost family-oriented ones to help kids be introduced into the genre. So I would be intrigued to see how this goes. So production just wrapped in New York. So if it just wrapped in New York, we're probably going to see a trailer in earlier of next year. So probably February. So we're probably going to be seeing a spring release, I'm going to say, around that time. I wonder what they're going to rate it, too. Probably PG-13. A wild Moxie appears. Hello, everybody. If you're new and you just walked in while I'm had my head turned, hello, welcome back. So, this will definitely be on my radar. I will definitely check it out. Again, I like movies that help introduce younger generations into the horror genre that aren't like super graphic, like Terrifier. I'm not saying Terrifier is a bad movie, but it's not a movie I would show a kid for the first time. So I'm intrigued to see how well it does. So I will, you will, maybe. We'll all check it out. Okay. Another movie which I am very excited for because I read the book, and it is a young adult adaptation book. It was a horror movie, and let me pull this up. I don't know how you right-handed people work. I really don't. Having my left hand to figure this out. Okay. They are doing a Clown in the Cornfield from the Tucker and Dale versus Evil producers, which is fantastic. I wouldn't say Smile. Smile one's pretty good. Smile 2 is not good. Smile. So for those that don't know, it is a horror novel. It follows a couple who moved into a quiet town of Kettle Springs, hoping for a fresh start. Instead, discovers a fractured community that has fallen on hard times after treasured corn syrup factory burnt down. As the locals bicker among themselves, tension boils over. Sinister, grinning figures emerge from the cornfield to cleanse the town of its burden, one bloody victim at a time. Oh man, Clockwork Orange. I saw that way too young. No. I'm not gonna say that, Zax. You almost got me. It's the pancakes. I don't know if I'm missing something with the pancakes. Is it the pancakes? Hold on. I got something. Merry Christmas.
I'd fuck you.
No, Mrs. Claus would shank me in my sleep.
My wife's dead.
Okay.
Oh, right. Is it Tucker and Dale? Yeah. I've not seen it for a long time. I have seen it. It's fun. It's a fun horror movie. I think a lot of people forget about it, like I did. But for the same producers who are doing this one, this is great. The book is fun. I don't want to ruin the book, but it is kind of a young adult, maybe. Was that the Ice Cream Man? Yeah, it was. So they're doing an adaptation of it. So think of this movie as children of the Corn meet Pennywise, because there's like a town with deep dark secrets. Anyway, for them to maybe make it spin into more of a comedy horror, if they're going to do something similar to Tucker and Dale, I'm totally cool with it. I'm totally down for it, especially since the author is going to be a producer on it. And it's going to be, I think, released. Where did it say? Shudder. I'm partnering with Shudder, by the way, is funding a lot of indie horror movies, like Late Night with the Devil, fantastic. In a Violent Nature, I'm 50-50 on. So, Late Night with the Devil, fantastic though. See that David's a talented individual, very talented individual. So I will be checking this out. I'll be reviewing it. It's set to be released May 9th of 2025. So again, the book is really fun. So if you do like to read horror books, pick it up. It's fun. It's a fast read. Again, Children of the Corn, Pennywise kind of mix to it. Check it out. And then check out the movie. I'm in big support for this. I love seeing indie authors get their stuff published on screen. I would love somebody ever picked up Dresden Files again, except for the Sci-Fi Channel, who did that crappy first season. I would love to see the actual, maybe when the book's finished, who knows. I think it would be fantastic as a series, but that's just me. And then I think that's it, y'all. That's all I got. That's all I got for today. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for rating in. Thank you so much for your comments. You guys are awesome. Tune back again next week. I will be here at the same time with a special guest with me. I'll actually have a co-host for the day. This should be fun. No secret. Let's just say you might all know her. So until then, I hope you all have as I roll up with my left hand. I hope you, what? No, not yet. Just trying to end it. You deserve a silver. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Love you all. Stay creeping. Stay spooky. And